If you've been following the last few episodes, you've no doubt seen our build that includes number 16 NASCAR driver Greg Biffle and his incredibly cool custom side-by-side company PACE Offroad. We delivered Greg a brand new 2014 Wildcat 1000, and the crew from PACE Offroad went to work tearing the vehicle down, pulling everything that could be removed, and finally finishing up with the removal of the stock motor. At the end of the first episode, we were left with nothing but a bare chassis, ready to be cut and fit for the new rear clip, then sent off to the powder coater to get custom dirt tracks color schemed. And now, the continuation of our PACE Offroad build.
The wiring harness was one of my biggest, challenges when it came to making this vehicle. And without the wiring harness, I just was not happy. It's one of those things, you can't sleep at night unless it's perfect. And so we went to the manufacturer, we went to Articat to try and buy the ends for the wiring harness so we could create our own wiring harness from scratch. And we ended up sourcing the ends from a third party that manufactured for Articat and got the ends so that we can manufacture the wiring harness from the ground up. We sourced a bigger fuse box that has more options in it, accessory options, and from there we took and built a big plywood board where we could run all the wiring on it. We used all mil scale, mil spec wiring, and all heat shrink tube, instead of the split loom. The wiring harness is kind of our pride and joy of the vehicle, and it really makes the vehicle what it is, and we're proud of that part.
The time put into one of these conversions is immense. This is not one of your backyard motor swaps, and the finesse put into the wiring harness proves that this is a very serious business.
What kind of time do we put into conversion has really been a mystery for us, because there's so many components to, you're working on several vehicles at once, and it's probably a lot more time than what really I suspect it is. And so we're certainly not striking it rich by doing the swaps, but we're having a lot of fun and building cool vehicles. But if you drop us the car off, we need the car for about 4 weeks to complete the conversion. And when you do a full powder coat chassis, that tends to take a little bit more time than not a full powder coat. So that adds about a week and a half to it, because they have to burn the powder coat, burn the paint off, sandblast, and re-powder coat. So that adds a little bit of time to the build.
One of the biggest questions in your mind may be what was originally one of the biggest questions in my mind, and that is, with a swap of this magnitude, how much is it gonna cost you?
So the swap really starts at around $20,000. I mean, I could say it's $1695 and then add all these options on it that you're gonna wanna buy anyway, but really the way that most guys buy the swap, it starts around 20 grand, and probably I'm gonna say the top of the line, probably 24,000.
At the end of the day, performance is a great thing, but performance at the cost of reliability, well, that's something that Greg Biffle and the crew from PACE Offroad aren't selling.
So what we love about the Z1 Turbo conversion, as far as the way we do it, is I'm big on reliability. So when I go to the desert, I go to ride, I don't want to work on my car. And that's what we've created here, is when we deliver the car to the customer, he can get in it, start it, put it in gear, and go have fun. And that's the most important thing. In the stock position makes 175 horsepower. The dune trail mode makes about 220, and then high boost, makes anywhere from 260 to 280. And we recommend race fuel on the high boost, but the other two we just use 91 pump gas. But the most important thing is, when we deliver the car back, is have fun, because you're not gonna be working on it. And that's what we love about it. We've, so far, we've outperformed the stock machine as far as reliability goes. And we're pretty proud of that, that we've been able to, come in and change and fix some of the things that we think the vehicle needed, and put that engine in it with enough components that the guy's having fun at home.
We've got a ways down the road in our Turbo Wildcat Z1100 build, but next week the pieces really start to come together, and Greg helps us better understand all of the technology and research that he and the crew at PACE Offroad have done to make these builds come to life.
If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from Dirt Tracks TV.